Talkin Cougars is presented by Flat Stick Pub, local craft beer, old school fun, and memorable moments. What's up? We are live from Flat Stick Pub in Redmond, Washington. I am Michael Buffett, getting ready to go. I'm with my quarterback, Alex Brink. What's up, B?
Man, Bump, I tell you what, buddy, this crowd's got some energy behind us. We're having fun with it. The Cougs are in the building. We're flushing last week. We're not even going to worry about last week, you know what I mean? Let's move on to the Ducks, okay? Washington State at Autzen against a top 10 team. I tell you what, it's going to be a heck of a matchup. I'm looking at the Washington State defense. Let's see if they can match up against Oregon's offense.
Yeah, let's see if they can do it, man. I think they can do it. It's all about the bounce back, B. Got beat last week. It's all good. We're ready to go.
Yeah, it's time now for our opening drive, brought to you by Valley Buick GMC. See you in the Valley. Bump. Like I said, that Washington State defense is going to be the key, right? They got to come out and stop Bo Nix, a Heisman candidate, but also that Oregon run game. The Oregon run game, I tell you what, it's one of the best in the country. And overall, Oregon's offense, #1 in the country in total production. Got to stop that first.
Yeah, we got to be ready for the run, man. That's what it's all about. You can focus on Bo Nix, and you should focus on Bo Nix because he's the most accurate quarterback in the country, right? But it's about running the football. They got Bucky over there. If you can corral this team, if you can tackle them, get them to the ground, you have a chance to win this ball game. Look, starting this season, we focus on the defense, right? This Washington State defense was going to be the key to this season. It flipped. It was all about the offense. Now it's time for the defense to step up.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned that offense. Got to see a little more production from the Washington State offense and Cam Ward. That's just the reality of it. We'll see how they can get that thing going against a pretty solid Oregon defense.
Yeah, man, this Oregon defense, they're crucial, man. They're the most balanced team in the conference. Let's be real. Call a spade a spade. It's all good to go. Respect your opponent, but you fear nobody. We don't fear the Oregon Ducks. You got to be ready to go. Now, Bo Nix is going to hand the ball off. That's how they're going to set the game up to try to hit you over the top with guys like Tony Franklin. I like our secondary. I like our chances against the Duck this week.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think Franklin's a legit #1 wide receiver. You got to match up with him. Shaw Smith-Wade, he's going to be on an island. I'm looking at Shaw Smith-Wade to see if he can go do it.
All right, man, let's get it done. You know what? It's time for our best bet, brought to you by Northern Quest Resort and Casino, largest casino in the Northwest. All right, we talked a little bit earlier today about these Oregon Ducks. We interrupted their show. We're all up in the mix, B.
Hold on, Bump. I'm hearing something. Wait a minute, what's that? Is that the Talkin Ducks crew coming in?
All right, timeout, Talkin Cougars, timeout. We got to come in here for just a second. Jordan Kent alongside Aaron Fentress. The rest of the guys, they had something else going on here. But we need to give you kind of our expert opinion as to why Oregon is a 20-point favorite in this game. And it kind of starts with Bo Nix and then a much improved defensive line, though. That's been the biggest difference for Oregon this year. And I'll let Aaron chime in here in just a second. But getting much more pressure on the quarterback, which is freeing things up for the rest of the defense and really helping things out. It seems like it's starting to shore up, but Aaron, I mean, are you seeing anything else different as far as what makes this year's Oregon team that much different and more dangerous?
Yeah, their pass rush is legit. It caused Washington to lean a little bit more on the run game to try and keep them honest, and they were getting rid of the ball quick. And we saw against Colorado what happens when you don't have a run game and you're just trying to sling it all over the place. You get shellacked. Shedeur Sanders was running for his life. They got dominated. Washington State's coming in here having been dominated by Arizona. Their run game is just non-existent. So are they going to be able to keep Oregon's pass rush honest? Probably not. Are they going to force Oregon to get a lot of guys in the box to apply pressure? Probably not, which means they can cover with 7 or 8 and get pressure still. That's just trouble for Washington State. I just don't see how they can go into Autzen and put up more than maybe 20. I got them at 17, and I definitely don't see how they're going to stop the Ducks offense. I see Oregon scoring over 40 pretty easily.
See, Alex, Michael, this guy doesn't even like the Ducks, and he has them winning here. So
I don't dislike them.
All right, guys, enjoy the rest of the show, and I guess good luck this weekend.
You're going to need it.
We ain't worried about the Ducks. I got my people out here. We're doing our thing. Let's get it. You Ducks, you know what? Y'all a little cocky. You know what? You deserve to be a bit cocky. You won a few games. I understand that. But you know what? Ain't nothing like that Cougar Nation. We're ready to go, baby.
I feel like Washington State always plays good against the Ducks, Bump. Last time, down in Autzen, had a chance at it. Washington State, there's no way they're going to walk in there and let the Ducks have an easy game, guys. I know the Cougs are coming. Cougs are coming. They're going to try and take that thing. I think my fans in here, what do you guys think? You think it's going to happen?
Talkin Cougars is presented by Flat Stick Pub, local craft beer, old school fun, and memorable moments.
We are live from Flat Stick Pub for Talkin Cougars. The crowd is absolutely into it. How are we doing tonight, everybody? We doing good? Oh, man. Cannot believe the turnout bump. We got a marquee matchup, man. Two high-level quarterbacks in this game that we're going to see.
Yes, we're going to see two of the best quarterbacks in the country going at it. You know what? Let's get into talking numbers presented by Cross Country Mortgage, making every mortgage feel like a win. All right, the two quarterbacks we're talking about. We got Bo Nix. And then we got Cam Ward. That's what I'm talking about. My guy Cam Ward has 14 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. No disrespect to Bo Nix, one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the country. We got to respect that. But it's now time for Cam Ward to get back on track. When he started the first 4 games of the season, he was in the Heisman Trophy race. He was in the Heisman Trophy race. We slipped a little bit, but it's okay. I'm expecting a bounce back game. He just got to get more accurate, get to that back foot, let the football go.
Yeah, the reality is that Cam Ward is the straw that stirs the drink for Washington State. He's got to get back on track, Bump. I mean, he has to. And that comes with decision making. That comes being confident in when he steps into his throws, right? He's got to get his guys to help him out. If Lincoln Victor gets back and is fully healthy this week, that'll really help. You know, Cam Ward's special. But on the flip side, Bo Nix is special too, man.
Yeah.
I tell you what, like he's a guy that can go in, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, protects the football. He does a nice job of running the football when he has to also. And so I think for the Washington State defense, they have to make sure that if Bo Nix breaks the pocket, they match up receivers downfield, and then they get to him and make him uncomfortable.
It's all about making him uncomfortable. I love that, right? And how do you do that? You blitz the quarterback. You get pressure off the line of scrimmage. You make these wide receivers work for everything that they got out there. If you play in soft coverage, you're off. You allow Bo Nix to sit back there, pat the ball 2 or 3 times. He's going to dice you up. Like you said, respect everybody, fear nobody. We respect Bo Nix and what he's done. He should be a Heisman candidate, but I think our secondary is good enough to lock all that down, but it starts with getting pressure.
Yeah, and that's an R.J. Stone and a Brennan Jackson game, right? Those 2 guys, they're your marquee guys on the defensive side, on the defensive line. Let's see if they can get home and make the day uncomfortable for Bo Nix.
Hey, let's make it uncomfortable. Coming up next, who is going to ball? We'll give you some options. That's next. We're live here at Plastic Pub, baby. Let's go.
You guys are killing it. Oh my, you're going to earn a beer after this.
Talkin Cougars is presented by Flat Stick Pub, local craft beer, old school fun, memorable moments. Welcome back to Talkin Cougars. We are live, baby. I'm with my guy Alex Brink. How you feeling? Hey, we got the dog in the bag, baby. Got the young pup, B.
That's amazing, man. This is so fun, man. I'll tell you what, a lot of energy here, It's time now for our Cougs Spotlight, presented by Cougs First. Think Cougs First for products, services, and hiring. The Cougs Spotlight this week, Bump, for me, is on that Coug run game, man. They have to get going. I tell you what, Nakia Watson, Jalen Jenkins, that offensive line, I don't care how they get there, they got to get there somehow, because if that Washington State run game doesn't go, it's going to be a tough day in Autzen Stadium.
Yeah, you don't want to be one-dimensional. You want to be able to make the defense cover everybody, the quarterback, the receivers, and the running back. And when Akil Watson plays his best football, WSU wins those ball games. Last year, he had a game of 116 against Arizona State. He had 166 against Stanford. Guess what, B? They won both of those games. Then he had a game of 117 against Idaho. Yes, we want to throw the ball across the yard. Yes, we want Cam Ward to shine, but you got to get physical. It starts with Akil Watson.
Yeah, I think last year he averaged over 5 yards a carry, right? And this year less than 3. And that comes from a multitude of things, how defenses play you, how the offensive line is blocking. I mean, to me, in the end, it's a mentality. Running the football is a mentality. You got to commit to it. You got to keep going. You got to keep your foot on the gas, and eventually you're going to break through. So I agree. Got to commit to the run. Got to create balance, right? And balance is relative. It doesn't have to be 50-50. You just have to show up and be able to present the run to then be able to pass, play action pass, and drop back.
What's that song in the 80s? Let's get physical, physical. We got to get physical, baby. You got to run that football. You get in those third and short situations, you got to be able to say, look, we're going to line up, we're going to pack the box. You still got to stop us. So I'm looking for Akil Watson, the big running back, to set the tone. And what that does, it takes pressure off of Cam Ward as well. Let him live.
Yep. Win your one-on-one battles, man. That's what I think it is. Win those one-on-one battles. Coming up, man, we're going to wrap this thing up. We're going to talk about how the Cougs can beat the Ducks. We need to get the dogs in. Can I pick them up?
Right? I wish I can hold him. Hey, we got the dog in the bag, baby. Got the young pup, dude.
Love that.
All right, we talked a little bit earlier today about these Oregon Ducks. We interrupted their show.
Hold on, Bump. I'm hearing something. Wait a minute, what's that? Is that the Talkin Ducks crew coming in?
All right, timeout, Talkin Cougars, timeout. We got to come in here for just a second. We need to give you kind of our expert opinion as to why Oregon is a 20-point favorite in this game.
You know what, y'all a little cocky. You know what, you deserve to be a big cocky. You won a few games.
And it kind of starts with Bo Nix and then a much improved defensive line though. That's been the biggest difference for Oregon this year.
We're ready to go. We got some for y'all, man. Let's get it going.
Washington State's coming in here having been dominated by Arizona. Their run game is just non-existent. So what happens when you don't have a run game and you're just trying to sling it all over the place? You get shellacked.
I feel like Washington State always plays good against the Ducks, Bum. You guys think? You think it's going to happen?
Are they going to be able to keep Oregon's pass rush honest? Probably not.
We're all up in the mix, B.
Are they going to force Oregon to get a lot of guys in the box to apply pressure? Probably not, which means they can cover with 7 or 8 and get pressure still.
It don't matter. We're revamping. We're ready to go.
I know the Cougs are coming.
Getting much more pressure on the quarterback, which is freeing things up for the rest of the defense.
That's just trouble for Washington State.
But you know what? Ain't nothing like that, Cougar Nation. We're ready to go, baby.
Cougs are in the building. We got the whole crowd with us.
I just don't see how they can go into Austin and put up more than maybe 20. I got them at 17.
I mean, are you seeing anything else different?
There's no way they're going to walk in there and let the Ducks have an easy game, guys.
And I definitely don't see how they're going to stop the Ducks offense. I see Oregon scoring over 40 pretty easily.
See, Alex Michael, this guy doesn't even like the Ducks, and he has them winning here.
I don't dislike them.
All right, guys, enjoy the rest of the show, and I guess good luck this weekend.
You're going to need it.
I got my people out here. We're doing our thing. We ain't worried about the Ducks.
Talkin Cougars is presented by Flat Stick Pub. Local craft beer, old school fun, memorable moments.
Welcome back to Talkin Cougars. We are live at Flat Stick Pub where we got the Go Cougs chant going. We got the dog in the background. Can't beat it, man. Bump, we got a huge matchup this week down in Autzen Stadium. And we've talked about the quarterbacks. We've talked about the run game. We've talked about what Oregon can bring to the table. I'm looking at a couple guys on the offensive side of the football for Washington State That's the receivers Josh Kelly and Kyle Williams. They were lights out against Oregon State. Over 150 yards receiving, multiple touchdowns. They were difference makers. They need to be difference makers on Saturday. They have to take advantage of a young Oregon secondary. I mean, Oregon graduated a ton of guys. They graduated a first-round draft pick at corner. I think Kelly, I think Williams can really go get it. And Cam Ward, if he gives them a chance, I want to see them be playmakers.
Those guys need to make the plays no one expects them to make. It's easy to run across the middle of a zone, catch the football when you're wide open, and get yards after the catch. But I'm going to focus on the defensive side of the ball. Bo Nix has only turned the ball over one time this year. He's an accurate quarterback. You got to force him to turn the football over. How do you do that? It's got to start with Hicks. He puts pressure in the box, send him in those blitzes, drop him into the zone, take the football out the air. We need to shell shock these guys. They need to be like, oh my God, we're turning the football over. What are we going to do? That's the difference between this game. If the defense can turn the ball over, force fumbles, put the ball on the ground, we got a shot.
Yeah, I believe that too. And Jeff Schmedding, the defensive coordinator for Washington State, has shown that he can dial up very real, tough pressures that quarterbacks struggle with. Dante Moore, right? He served it up. DJU from Oregon State, he served it up. They'll find ways to turn the ball over. You got to do that against Bo Nix, there's no doubt. Hicks, Lockett, can they come down and bring some pressure? And then on the back end, Shaw Smith-Wade, is he a guy that can make some plays. He's locked down one of the most highly rated cornerbacks in the league. And then those linebackers and D linemen, right, can they find a way to get home? I think you're right, that defensive side of the football, they got to really bring it. There's no doubt about it.
We got guys in the league. On the second level, we got Louisville out there. All right, we got Marsh in the league. This is what we do. We produce defensive backs back in our day. The Abdullah brothers, Brackenridge. Every single year, it seems like the Cougs are putting guys out there. When you think about the Cougs, you think about the offense. But I think what it comes down to is the defense this year, man. I'm really excited, and I'm excited to be here with the best fans in all of the land. Hey, man, that's it for Talkin Cougars. I'm Michael Bumpus. You want more of me? Catch on Saturdays, Factor Network, Michael Bumpus, and Twitter. Also on Sundays for the Seahawks, my guy B.
I'm Alex Brink. You can hear me on the call this weekend down in Austin Stadium with Matt Chasnow, Jessamine McIntyre. You can find me on Twitter at AlexBrink10. Shout out Plastic Pub. Shout out Coug fans everywhere. Thank you all. That is Talkin Cougars live from Flatstick.